Hey there, guys, it's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited because this live specifically is about choosing you. Choosing you. There's only one you, and I believe that the things that we do to grow ourselves can literally change the trajectory of our lives. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company over 20 plus years ago. I made a decision. I chose myself 20 plus years ago, and I made a decision that I wanted to take my background, my education, and my experience, and I wanted to package it into my own business. Now, when I got started 20 years ago, I wasn't quite clear exactly how to take my background as a corporate trainer, my experience as a mom, and how to leverage those things that I did exceptionally well into a business. But fast forward, as a result of me choosing myself, deciding that the things I know matter and that the things that I know and I'm exceptional at, there are people who want to know things that I do really well that they don't know how to do well yet. And the same is true for you. And a lot of times when we're really talented with gifts and talents, with brilliance, we are so close to the gift that we don't recognize the gift as a gift. And I want to talk a little bit about that tonight. And my goal is to support you in being able to choose yourself, understanding that your gifts will always make room for you. And if and you hear the echo all the time of people telling you how incredibly smart you are, bright you are, and inspiring you are, how your advice or something you've done at the office has been life changing or in their lives, and you haven't made that decision to go deeper in those things. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. I decided that my talents and skills, these were not just accidents, that I wanted to put what I knew into a structure that I could monetize. And I've done exactly that, have the opportunity to coach thousands of women literally all around the world, helping them to show up tall for themselves, stand in their value, package their intellect, and be the giant that they are meant to be. And I'm telling you, you are a giant, even if you're not showing up for yourself in that way 100%, even if you know that you're not really living your highest purpose and calling or using your gifts in the tallest ways, this is going to be for you. As a result of supporting so many women who they were very much like me, they weren't sure, there was no certainty that if they packaged what they wanted to do, their background, their experience, that anyone would show up, that anyone would say, yes, I will follow that, whatever it is that you're offering. But you'll never know until you take the time and take the risk or invest in yourself or bet on yourself. And that's why I love doing what I do. As a result of supporting thousands of women, I have had the privilege of seeing so many of those women, so many, their dreams come true. And whether that dream is that they get to live with a completely different model in their life. Like for the very first time, I was just talking to one of my clients today, which was like awesome. She's a hairstylist who hired me to show her how to not work so much behind the chair. And as a result of the models that we created, really incredible models, really going deep on her packages of her understanding that you're doing more than just doing someone's hair. She creates incredible results for her clients who have really, really impactful issues related to their hair health. And she helps them to restore what's going on. And I showed her how to build her packages for over $3,000 per client. And as a result of that, she has been able to work with 15, 20% of the clientele that she would normally work with and make the same amount of money, right? Like, how cool is that? Like, imagine that you could cut your clients and cut 85% of your clients, work 15% of your clients, and still make the same money that you were making before. And that's before scaling. See, the models matter. I hope you guys are leaning into that. A lot of people never think that what they do could be high ticket. They never think that less is more, but it's my zone of genius. And it's what I love to do is get my clients to show up for themselves and really think about their models. Or maybe it's that you are really great at what you do in your profession, and maybe you're in the C-suite, maybe your consulting is really great for what it is that you do, but you know that you're undercharging and undervaluing what you're bringing to the table, and that you just have never said that should be 50,000 or that should be 75,000 or that should be $100,000. You have never sold your intellect or for its full value. And maybe, just maybe, it would be helpful for you to have a mentor, a coach that sees you as you can be, that pushes you beyond your comfort level, that helps you to understand the possibilities of what your experience can look like properly packaged and valued. I'm into all of those things. And I'll tell you this, that the women that I work with who have achieved the greatest level of success, this is what they all have in common. And I'm just speaking from my heart. One, they're highly actionable. They already have a skill or talent, expertise that is already creating results, and they have a proven track record of it. And they may not have it in their own business, but their work life, the echo of their life, of them coaching and consulting people, whether they're getting paid for it or not, they have people that say, "You've changed my life." And they come to me because they realize that there is value in what they do. And I want you to know there's value in what you do too. And it's important to look at it from that way. Equally, what the women that come to me, what they have in common is that they are actionable. They already have had a track record and a lifestyle where they have significantly invested in themselves, time, money, and effort to be amazing at what they do. And they come to me so that we can think outside of the box, find their category of one so that they can launch the business of themselves. And if you've ever said, "I want to go to work as myself," that's what I said years ago, then you are in the right place for this live today. And they also have in common that they are high level investors in themselves. They've already invested typically in their education, their certifications, in a lot of personal development, and they recognize for themselves that they are their number one asset. And let's be clear. Hey there, darling. I'm so glad you're here. Let's be clear that nothing happens without us having an understanding that to go to our next level, we have to be investment minded. I am super nostalgic this time of the year because 20 plus years ago, I made a decision to start my company. And I was pregnant with my first son. And I did it so that I could be the kind of mom that I wanted to be. Didn't want to have to ask permission to show up for the things that mattered to me for my kids. And so I wanted to start a business and control my schedule. And now all of my children, when I started my business, I had one son, I was 6 months pregnant. Now all of my children are 20 to 26 years old. And I've had the opportunity to see everything. And so when I tell you I'm passionate about supporting other women and being able to show up and see the moments that matter for them, and whether that moment means that it involves your kids or maybe it's that next stage of your life that you're looking for, I want you to know you can renegotiate any portions of this. When I tell you I've had the opportunity to help women launch incredible dreams. I have a client who is a medical doctor who had a dream to run their business virtually and wanted to move from where she lived in the States to an island. And as a result of us working together, she was able to do that, build a six-figure model and structure for her business or more, and run her company that way, close her medical practice. I love working with people who want to think like that. What my clients have in common is that they're not settlers on their dreams. And let's be clear that so many people are. They know what they want to do, but they're in I need the process. I need to think. I need time. They need all these things. But what they forget is that they're not coming like a child. I was just talking to someone the other day. I keep in my office, right? I'm in my office right now, but I keep in my office. You see this little picture of me? Oh my God. Okay. This is one of my favorite pictures of myself, but this is a picture of young Mia. And I like to keep pictures of me. I have a couple in my office that remind me to come like a child. A child doesn't question their ability to do the things that they want to do. They don't want to do something and not come with doubt and fear and anxiety and hesitation or processing. You think about when you wanted to ride your bike, you just got on the bike and you rode the bike. You didn't think about falling. You didn't think about what wasn't going to work. You just showed up. Imagine if you could bring that back to you in terms of your mindset and you could show up like a child for your dream. That is what God wants us to do. And I'll tell you, that's one of the things that my most successful clients have in common is that they have the ability to show up that way for themselves. And I'm here for it. I wanted to do this live tonight for a couple of reasons. One, I've got an incredible promotion that ends tomorrow at midnight. And you may have seen it, I'm sure. If you haven't seen it, I don't know where you've been. But it's called the Package Price and Profit Vault. I opened the vault, part training and consulting, and gave my community the opportunity for the very first time, I'm grabbing the link, for the very first time, the opportunity to access me in that way. So I'm going to post the link here for the Package Price Profit Vault. And I encourage you to take a peek because tomorrow at midnight, these packages, they go away. And I'm going to give you the full document if you want to just read about all that's included in each of the packages. I'm going to post that here for you as well. And my goal is to support women that want it, not women who need me to convince them. Okay, not women who are adverse to investing in themselves, because nothing's going to happen without you investing in yourself. And for those of you who are thinking that you want to invest $97 or $497 and you want a full solution, it's just not going to happen, because the reality is that your ideas are so much bigger than that. And the reality is that you investing in something less than a full solution is never going to deliver for you the outcome of what you want. It's only going to tempt you for the next step. And so one of the things that I do with my community, no matter what, is I only sell them what I know will work. I was just talking with a client just a little bit ago who I've had the opportunity to work with for the last 4 years. And the reason that we've worked together, maybe 5 years, over and over and over again, is because it works. It's because I never oversell the client, because I give them exactly what they need, the time, the attention, and the honesty for them to show up in their business so that they can realize the dreams and the possibilities that they have inside of them. And if you've got mentorship that doesn't see you, doesn't know your name, doesn't help you to get there and hold you accountable, doesn't know what your goals are, doesn't know if your goals are $500,000 or $1.2 million, isn't speaking to you directly and honestly about how you're getting in the way of the results that you desire. I tell my clients all the time, there is no struggle in terms of you being able to realize whatever it is, clients, more money, and more success. The greatest struggle is the fact that it's your own personal growth. I want you to think about it this way and think about struggle this way. The fact of the matter is, the thing that you're struggling with, someone else is just struggling with. And the reason they're not struggling with it is because likely they have grown through the thing that they need to realize the result. So the next time you want to realize or say, I'm struggling with clients or I'm struggling selling, no, you've got an investment problem, my friend. And when you decide to make that decision to invest in yourself, coaching, mentorship that can see you, that holds you accountable, you'll find that the struggle isn't real, because you now have the personal growth and the personal accountability to create change and affect change in your life. Are we clear? If we're clear, I want you to write, we're clear. And if you're watching this as a replay, I love that. Just keep in mind that the vault's only going to be open until tomorrow at midnight. And listen, I put this together on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is always so important to me because it was the launching pad for me to start my business. It was where I realized the potential that my skills and my talents had. It was when I understood that I would be better off being in a category of one, meaning doing my own thing, being the mom strategist, launching that way. Hey there, darling. I'm so glad you're here, versus doing what everybody else was doing, because what we know is true is that if you do what everybody else does, you're going to get paid like everyone else does. And I just decided to swim in a different stream, do my own thing, and stand in my value and support other women and being able to do the exact same thing. And I hope, thank you, Elvira, that as a result of what you're hearing, it really supports you in understanding that you can do this. right? Even if you don't have a product, you don't know what your niche is, or you do have a product and you're not sure what to charge for what you're doing, you're not sure how to position your marketing, you don't know if you should do ads or should you do live streams, you're tired of killing yourself, maybe you're doing podcasts all the time and nobody's coming, and these things are issues for you, or you're in front of clients, people who love what you do, and you keep getting, let me think about it. Let me think about it. You've got an investment challenge, my friend, and learning how to solve those issues, which are not issues, they're strategies. Once you understand them, you can't not know them. Are we clear, right? Are we clear? I'm so grateful for those of you who just joined me. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I've coached thousands of women. And the coolest part is that I love what I do, and I love to shake the shoulders of women who I call giants. And I only want to work with women who are giants, who have the ability to see themselves as they can be, not those who are, that they need to be pushed. They need to be. They need someone to tell them that they're great. I work with people who already know they have skill and talent and ability. They're just looking for new ways to be able to realize that next step or that next level of elevation within them. And if that's you, then I want you to check out what I've posted here inside of the stream, the comment stream here, which is my package price profit vault. Let me explain a little bit about it and then I'll sign off. I decided the other day to put together some of my favorite courses and thought leadership that I know will really support you. And that's on the profit strategy, or a product formula course that really teaches you how to create a product, how to think about creating a high ticket product, the many different ways to create those kinds of products. Equally, profit strategy, many different ways to generate and create new models of profit in your business that likely you're not thinking about, building your business in a way that's time rich. But in addition to that, some of the packages have courses on how to build your business from the comfort of your home. Because in my business, I've always worked for the last 20 plus years from the comfort of my home, which is really unique. Before it was popular, before the term work from anywhere was a thing. And I love to support my clients in getting free, but also being able to stay free as a result of what they learn. In addition, the packages include, some of them, some consulting time. So maybe you have been watching me over the years and you're like, I just want to hear what you would think about this and get your feedback, or you want me to lend my level of thinking inside of your business so you can make some tweaks. Well, you can invest in one of the two packages, whether you get 60 minutes or a 90-minute consult, you can do that. And I'm really excited about that. And also, many of the packages include the Giant Experience Master Training, which is my signature training. It is a master training I've run for almost 5 years. Hundreds of entrepreneurs have gone through it. Clients have made multi-millions of dollars as a result of being there. You don't have to believe me. Just watch the 4-hour reel and the hundreds of videos that follow outside of that, of people who came with an idea they wanted to start a business, not necessarily even a product. And as a result of coming to that master training, were able to, within weeks, many of them, create their ideal product, package it, and sell it. And I can't guarantee that will work for you, but I can tell you this: I have never had a failure for people who've done the work, who have listened to the training, who have locked arms with me and partnered. And so if you've ever said, look, I just need a coach that sees me, I'm your girl. All right, let me tell you. So the master training has a curriculum equally, and it also gives you 2 days live of a laser coaching that's exceptional. And people come out of that and they just are real clear about how to package what they do, how to price, to fully value their giftedness and what they're giving their clients, how to market in ways that work for them, and how to close and sell and where to find buyers. And so if you've ever asked any of those questions, check out the packages, check out the links that are here. I want to open the floor really quickly to see if there are any questions for me, because sometimes there are, and I'm happy to answer anything. Is there anything that I didn't say that you wish I would have said? I normally haven't come on at night, because I used to come on at night all the time. And then once all my kids went to college and away, I decided just to come on during the day. So are there any questions that you have for me. I'm so excited for those of you who will say yes to yourselves and who will take that next step, who will check out the links that are here in the comment section. Keep in mind that tomorrow at midnight, they all go away. They go bye-bye. So if there are any questions for me, I'm going to open the floor one more time. If there are questions for me, you need to write them right now so that I have an opportunity to read them and answer them for you. The floor is open, and I'll take the questions as long as they're here. But if there are not any, then I'll sign off. I wanted to talk today about the importance of choosing yourself, because there's not a greater investment than the investment you can make inside of yourself. It is life-changing. And I believe that any investment that I've ever made in myself, that my family have been the benefactors of my growth. And the same is true for you. And many of you right now, my mom's out there, I know you're already paying tuition, you're taking care of all the games or whatever the sports are that the kids are involved in. And I know the level of commitment that you have given to your children, but equally be the example, be the example of light on yourself, so that your kids grow up not with a mom that's a martyr, but a mom that is growing, because your kids are going to benefit directly from whatever it is that you do for yourself. For those of you who don't have kids, but you're in your golden season of your life, and maybe, just maybe, you spend more on a cruise than your own personal development. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And yes, I did say that. The fact of the matter is, you can take all of those years of experience and you can really create a great either transition plan for yourself or a supplement for your income by packaging what you know. And sure, you can do that and you can vacation. You can build your business around the life that you want to live. I hope that this supports someone in some way. There's something I've said that really resonates with you. I wish you an amazing night. Last call for questions, comments. Did this support you guys? I hope that it did. That was my only intention. Again, check out the links that are here, posted in the comment stream. Keep in mind that tomorrow at midnight, it all goes away. I've never put those kinds of packages ever together. These things that you're seeing in these packages, they have never been all together in this way. So, if you've always said, I want to play with you, Mia, I want to play, come on. All right. I'll see you soon. I love you, and I look forward to working with you. Have a great and amazing night. Bye, Amira. Are you interested in packaging your knowledge into a high-ticket product on or offline? If your answer is yes, the Giant Experience is for you. Here's my story. I got started in my business over 20 years ago, and I simply made the decision to go to work as myself. And maybe you have been wondering how you can take all of those years of experience, your knowledge, or your degrees, and put them to use for yourself, and to package it into a monetizable structure. That was me 20 years ago. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer, and I realized that so many women wanted to know exactly how I was able to write best-selling books, and having done partnerships with both Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies and get signed to media, Emmy-nominated and nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist. And so I decided to equally transfer what I knew how to do to them. And I built out a coaching practice that today has coached thousands of women just like you who are ambitious, smart, and sharp, highly actionable, go-getters. And they wanted to figure out how they could go to work for themselves.